been having some technical difficulties lately. I don't know if you guys have seen that. So since I've been having some trouble, I figured instead of recording and editing after the fact, I would just do a live stream and cut all of that technical problems out. So hopefully this will be a lot better. Also, I have some news. My case came, so now my lovely Prismacolors are all safely safely tucked away. Sorry, hold on, I'm trying to open it. Safely tucked away in this beautiful case. So that was awesome. Thank you to all of you who gave me the suggestions for the BT Sky case. I did get it. I also have a different case for my Crayolas, but that's just a little cheapy case I got. Anyway, so yeah, I've been having a lot of technical trouble with my editing, and I think I've narrowed it down to a couple of things. So hopefully I get that all sorted. But until then, I figure just to be on the safe side so that you guys can really see what I'm doing, and we won't have to struggle, and I won't have to be frustrated with losing video, because I don't know about you, but there's nothing worse than losing the work you've done. I figured I would just go ahead and live stream. So I'm going to be doing these unannounced live streams. Don't feel bad. You're not probably going to know about them until after they're uploaded. That's just fine with me. It kind of lets me focus on the work. So as I talk, I'm just going to get started here. When we left off, I was working up here, so I'm going to go ahead and keep going. I'm just trying to decide what color. I think I want to go ahead and use, let me grab my color chart. Hold on. With all these new colors, it's hard for me to pick anymore. I really gotta look at that chart. Where is my chart? There it is. Alright, so bear with me, guys. I know this isn't clean and polished and edited, but that's okay. So let's see, and I'm actually in the process of making a new chart, so that will be exciting. Yeah, let's see, 919. Let's use PC 919 non-photo blue. This is a nice, bright, happy blue. So I'm gonna start over here and just work my way over. So yeah, I'm not really sure what's causing the technical difficulties with the editor. I use Adobe products, so I have the Adobe Creative Cloud Suite. So I use Premiere and After Effects and Media Encoder. They're all nice, very professional, high quality programs, so I'm not really sure what I'm doing wrong. I also have a lot of background and experience with video a long time ago. But everything looks good. I think it might be that my laptop is just too old and needs more RAM and is kind of glitching out sometimes when the videos are long, because it doesn't seem to happen on the shorter videos. It's only the really long ones where it's like it has to be over about a half an hour or so. But you know what? I'll figure it out. Don't you guys worry. I'm really sorry about it though. I'm just as frustrated, if not more so, than you are, because I put a lot of work and effort into these videos, and then to find that they are not the way that I'm trying to show them to you is not ideal. But we will get through it. Hopefully you guys will stick with me and not abandon ship, but if you do, I understand. It's no big deal. So yeah, anyway, pretty excited. Had some really fun things happening on Instagram this week. I don't know if you guys are in Instagram at all, but if you are, then check me out because I will follow you back. Just let me know. You're coming from YouTube. I did a really goofy Crayola crayon thing, and I actually did take video, but I have to edit it, and now I'm afraid to edit it. I mean, I guess I'm gonna put it together, but I don't know what's gonna happen. Luckily, a great deal of it is time-lapse. I shot it in time-lapse on my phone, so hopefully there will be no issue, because maybe what I'll do is if the sound is funky, I'll just do a voiceover. That might be the best way to fix the issue. But for now, we're just gonna do what we can, right? We're just gonna keep going. There's gotta be a way for me to figure out that issue. But if not, then I'll just stop editing and just start giving you guys the raw footage. I mean, now, I'm gonna warn you guys though, I edit a lot of stuff out of my videos because I'm pretty dang goofy. I'm really goofy, actually. I have, kind of a past history with sound effects, kind of like a secret love of mine, if you will. I love making sound effects. So sometimes these videos, while I'm working, I hum and I make sound effects and I do all kinds of crazy stuff. And you guys don't hear it because I usually edit that out, so that way I don't sound completely silly. But you guys are going to start to hear all that if I'm not editing anymore. Oh, hello. Looks like my little kitty wants to snuggle. So here we go. I'm just putting her in my lap real quick so she doesn't, hopefully, yes, good girl. Alright, she's gonna let me color. We got a kitty live in the video. Hello, sweetheart. Okay, so where were we? We were right here. I'm just gonna keep going with this. So yeah, yep, I'm probably just gonna start live streaming more often, but yeah, so the sound effects, if you hear bird chirps, if you hear, I mean, I've got a lot of sound effects. So I'm going to try and stay conscious of not doing it and try to behave myself. But, yeah, I'm really sorry if my humming or sound effects or goofy, weird noises that you might hear from here on out. That is me. That is not some bird loose in the house. That's like one of my favorite ones. So just so that you guys know, so that you can hear it, I'll do it now. So it goes, and that's me. I'm making that noise with my mouth. And I do that when I'm happy and when I'm thinking. So if you hear me chirping, that's what that is. So now you know a little more about me. I'm a goofy girl who likes sound effects. Yeah, so anyway, so what I'm doing right now is just working more in the background. So now that I have like a game plan, right? So what I do is, if I'm not sure exactly, like, so I picked out this page, but I wasn't sure what I was going to do with it. But now that I have sort of an idea of the lighting scenario, and I have an idea of what color her hair is going to be, that kind of lets me sit back and relax a little and say, okay, I've got the majority of the problems, the majority of like the things that I've got to figure out. I've got most of that pretty much solved, right? So now I'm going to go in and really refine and finish up this background. And this background is very simple. It's just a soft gradient. I am going to address these bubbles, but that doesn't happen until pretty much actually the very end of the drawing. So you guys won't see that until the very end. You gotta hang tight with me the whole way. I don't know, are we gonna make it? Are we gonna get through this one? I'm ready, are you ready? Anyway, we'll get through it. I'll get through it. If you want to bail, I'm okay with that. Alright. So yeah, what I'm doing is I'm just slowly adding more color. And now how I pick my colors, because people ask me this all the time. So for the ocean, I just pick colors that make sense to me. So I picked greens and blues, and I note that if you look at photos of underwater scenes, or just use your logic, you'll know that the deeper the water is, the darker it is, because less light can get there, because the sun is having to filter through all these water molecules to get to the bottom, right? So like the more water volume there is, the darker the water is. So here I'm picturing maybe she's like in a coral reef setting because of her, like all this stuff in her hair. You know, so maybe she's in a shallowy water type situation. So I picked bright, happy, cheery, sort of like that Caribbean. Gotta keep on camera. I wish you guys would yell at me, but I don't think anybody's in the chat. Anyway, yeah, there's nobody in the chat. Yeah, I just picture her in like a shallow water. So I want the water to be bright and very cheerful and light colored. But say I wanted it to be like a murky, dark, oceany type, like maybe it's at the bottom of the ocean, right? And it's like really, really deep, like a shipwreck or something. Then I would make the colors a lot darker and moodier. Just so it really does depend on the actual page itself. This page called to me in bright, happy colors, so that's the way I went. But as far as like picking the individual colors itself, what I do is I look at my color chart, I picture the end result of what I want the color to look like, and then I visually mix all the colors in my head. So I'm a big visualizer, so if that's something that you're not used to doing, you know, you can try it out. I highly recommend it. A lot of people do that, not just in art, but in other industries as well. You will see that, you know, sports athletes that are very high performing, they will tend to visualize the things or the moves that they're going to make before they do them. A lot of it's been used across many industries, not just art. So visualization is a great tool because it allows you to sort of preview what you're going to do before you're going to do it. And so this is a really powerful tool if you can develop it. It basically takes some work to kind of sharpen and hone your visual ability to picture things in your mind's eye. But once you learn how to do that, it really is useful in so many areas and aspects of artwork, not just coloring, but also other art projects and just about anything that is visual. Alright, so it looks like I'm getting down to the wood here soon, so I might have to sharpen this pencil. That's okay. Eventually they all have to be sharpened at some point. Yeah, still got a little bit of juice left though. So even though I've got all these beautiful new pencils, I'm still going to work with my blunt tips as I'm used to, because that's how I am. I'm gonna go for it. I'm not gonna change my habits just because I get these fancy new pencils. Yeah, so anyway. Hey, you know what? If a live stream is easier, because it seems like this is not having any trouble. I think maybe it's the laptop that's giving me some issues. So I think I might try and do more live streams from now on. So I'll probably try and announce one or two if they're like something scheduled. But otherwise, I'm just going to go ahead and do them like this, just unannounced whenever I'm ready. And then you guys can join if you see it, or just watch it after the fact, just like if it was an edited video. And don't feel bad if you miss them. No big deal, because they will be up there for everybody to see later on. So I think that's the way we're gonna do it. But yeah, anyway, so I had a really exciting week. I did the Crayola coloring, so I took a pack of Crayola crayons that I have had since I was a little girl. My mom bought them for me. She actually remembers buying them. Yeah, we talked about it this morning. We had breakfast. So yeah, she remembers purchasing those crayons for me, and she's shocked that I still had them, and she's, yep. But so I did that, and what was exciting to me about that whole thing was that it seemed like everybody really liked it. Even though I don't think it's my best work, it actually has more views and likes than many of my other drawings. So I may be doing more and more experiments, because it seems like that's what you guys like, is like not just seeing like the everyday normal pencil coloring, but maybe also I have a lot of media because I'm an artist and I've been doing painting my whole life pretty much. So I have media that maybe you guys aren't even aware exists, like encaustic wax. And so I thought it might be fun, maybe in the future, to do more experiments with different media than just colored pencil or even acrylic, but maybe going a little wild out there and trying different things and having fun. My whole mantra with any sort of art is, you know, the tools don't make the art, you make the art, right? So experimenting with media is just a fun way to challenge the way you express yourself and try new things. But you know, the art's not going to be created by the tools. You got to put the effort in. So it doesn't really matter what you're using. And that was sort of my point with that Crayola exercise, was it doesn't matter if I have the fanciest pencils or a set of Crayola crayons. It doesn't matter. You can still color. And so, yeah. Alright. Yeah, I'm getting down to the wood. Now this is the tricky part. I want to keep using it because I see that there's still meat on that pencil, but I also don't want to scratch the paper with the wood. So there becomes a point, and I think it's coming soon, where I don't want to mess up my page by being too thrifty. So yeah, I think we're coming to that point now where I gotta watch it. So I'm gonna go ahead and sharpen this, and just yeah. No, that's not the sharpener I want. Excuse me while I dig around. There it is. I want a nice fresh sharpener for my nice fresh pencil. Woohoo! Don't you just love it when you can sharpen it and the spiral comes out all in one piece? I don't know why I enjoy that. I'm really silly sometimes, guys. I don't know what to say about that. Okay, so now I have a good, nice, sharp pencil again. Ooh, so luxuriously sharp. You guys are probably like, that's not sharp. This feels beautiful to me. Okay, so I'm not planning on burnishing the background. What I'm going to do, I think, now I'm not 100% sure, but I like burnishing skin. I like the skin to be nice and smooth and to not have any texture of the paper. So I will most likely burnish the skin, and I may burnish some of the seashell-y stuff and her hair, might. But the background I am planning on, once I get the right color, so once it looks pretty, I'm not going to press that page down. So that's why I'm taking my time, trying to really make sure that the color is uniformly placed on the page and not, because there won't be any blending to hide any of that. My blending is happening right now. So that's why you see me going back over and over again, the same spot. Just trying to really get everything sorted out. There we go. Getting there. I love this bright blue color. It's so pretty. Okay. So now I'm going to slowly blend this color up into the green, and this will create that nice soft gradient. So yeah, let's see. I mean, this right here, I don't know what to say about the background. I'm going to be working on this for a little while, but shouldn't be too long, I hope. But this video might be purely background today. Not sure, but that's okay. Luckily, we're in the background month here. Oh yeah, so let me talk about that. So each month, what I'm planning on doing is kicking off a different series. So this month, I'm doing the Background Toots series, and I'm kicking it off. That doesn't mean that it'll end. But I have many more backgrounds planned, so I have a long list that I'm working through. And if you have a request, please feel free to ask me what you want, and I will work that in somehow. So yeah, the Background Toots series seems like it's already going okay. So beyond some technical difficulties I've been experiencing, I'm pretty excited about that. And then next month, I think that I would like to start covering either color theory or skin tones. That's kind of, those two subjects kind of go hand in hand. And I don't know if you saw, but Erin from Simple Art for Adults, I'll link it below. She gave a very nice color theory video the other day, which just really, really enjoyed. I mean, it's all information that I already knew, but I really liked the way that she presented the information, and I thought it was a super helpful video. It actually covered a lot of things that I was planning on covering in my color theory classes, so I thought, you know, I'll probably end up linking her video in my videos just to show you guys that bit, and I probably won't even make that video because she's really covered it very well. But there are other bits about color theory that I can cover that she hasn't gotten to yet. There's like a whole, like, I don't know, 2 months worth of work, I'm sure. But, yeah, so that's, I just wanted to throw that out there. If you guys don't watch her channel, and you like my work, you'll probably love her work too. I'm just gonna give a zoom in so you guys can see this a little better. That means I gotta move around more, but that's okay. So yeah, if you like my color and chat type style, like this stuff here, real time, you'll like Erin's channel too, so go and check her out. She is a super sweet lady, always trying to help me out and always trying to help others out as well. So, highly recommended. Alright guys, we're getting the blend going now. So you can see now how that green is still coming through, but by covering it with the blue, it just sort of ties the two colors together. And I know that it doesn't look great when it's zoomed up this close like I'm doing, but you guys are seeing it way closer than anybody else. Like you don't see it that way when, you know. So all these little paper holes that you're seeing that I'm trying to work through and cover the big ones. They'll be there, but it's amazing how well you can see it on the camera, and then when you look at the page in person, here, zoom out. When you look at it in person, you're not going to see all that, right? Like all you see is this nice turquoisey blend. But then when you go and zoom in, you do see there's a great deal of white on that paper. But that's okay. I mean, that's how it is. So I zoomed in though because what I'm doing right now is evening it out, and you can see how I selectively pick spots that are a little bit lighter than the other areas. And just work this color in. Whoop, the sun just went behind a cloud. Alright, well, you know what? We're dealing with a lot here, but we're still going to persist. We're going to get through this. There we go, a little more light. So even with what most people would consider a blunt tip, I'm still able to get quite a precise, you see, I've got a little point there. So you can really get down in there. So I work on the side of my pencil to create that point. And then when I need it, it's there for me. Now, I know a lot of people don't work this way, and that's totally fine. I mean, I'm always a little weird. That's just how I am. But yeah, if you want to know how I do it, this is how I do it. It's not a very quick process, unfortunately. It's just gotta keep going. Keep going. Be patient. And then it will all come together in the end. So yeah, I've had a big day today. I guess I'll tell you guys about it. This morning I woke up at 6:30 in the morning on a Saturday. I know, it's the worst, waking up early. But, I had to because my uncle, my mom's brother, has been in a nursing home facility for a little while now. And now he has done his physical therapy and he is going to go home. So my mom and I needed to take him and his wheelchair and all of his belongings and pack them into the car and take him home. And that wheelchair is quite heavy, so I helped out because I didn't want my mom trying to lift that and possibly hurt herself. And I'm fairly strong. I do a lot of, I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I actually like doing BMX, so I have more muscle than most girls do, so I offered to help out, and I had to carry the wheelchair up the stairs and all that, so it was good that I came because it was those stairs were really tight too, so it was tricky. So then after we did that, then we had just helped him like clean up a little because he hadn't been home for weeks, so there were just things, you know, you gotta clean out your fridge and get the mail and do all those small little things. So that was all right. We got him all set up and settled in at home again. So, and I'm sure it'll be nice for him to get back to normal, or somewhat normal. He's still using the wheelchair because he hurt his foot really badly, but hopefully with more therapy and recovery, he will be just fine and walking again in no time. So there's that. It's something I've been dealing with over the holidays. It's kind of nice to wrap that little bit up because I've been helping him. Like, I've been taking him to the VA, the Veterans Hospital. I've been taking him there, and I've been, in general, just, you know, going grocery shopping for him. So it's kind of nice to have things go back to normal a little bit in that way. And then the other things that have been going on, not too many other. I'm kind of glad to have the holidays be over, even though I love the holiday season. It can be kind of stressful and hectic with all the things happening, and so it's kind of nice to quiet down again after that. I'm not complaining. And then the other nice thing is, you know, now that my book is done and it's out there, it's amazing because now I'm seeing people color it, and I have to say this is one of the most thrilling things. I can't even put into words how I feel every time I see somebody color one of my pages. It makes me feel like there was a connection that was made. I don't even know. that's not really even the right way to describe it, but I feel like as soon as you color a page out of my book, I feel like we're like connected, you and me, like we just did something together. And it's, I don't know, I love that. I like seeing what pages people pick. There have been some surprises for me, like some of my friends that bought my book, I thought that they would color a page first, and then they surprised me and colored a different page first. So yeah, that's been going on, and I don't know, anyway, it's thrilling. I love it. I think that the process of coloring books, like the collaborative process, is just so cool. Being on the colorist end, I love it. I love picking books. I love flipping through my books to pick a new page. I love planning out my pages and what I want to do with them. I love when I flip through a book and an image just calls out to me and I just have to work on it. I love that. So I love the colorist end, but then the illustrator end is also really, really amazing. I have, you know, people from all over the world sending me notes or posting it on social media that they finished a page, and I just have to say it makes me emotional every single time. Like I'm probably never gonna get over that, and it's in a good way, not in a bad way. But you know, I just feel like I've found what I'm supposed to be doing with myself. Like I feel like when I color and when I create pages for other people to color, like I feel like this is why I'm supposed to be here on this planet. Like, and I know that sounds really goofy or silly because it's a coloring book and it's just a hobby, but for me, I don't care if it's just a hobby. I feel like I've found my purpose. Like, coloring brings me such joy and it brings others joy. And so if my pages are bringing people joy, then it's like joy on top of joy on top of joy. It's just like a joy fest. I don't know. I can't even. And then, of course, I'm enjoying coloring the book myself, so that's also fun. So, yeah, I mean, I also have some other news. I guess I'll share it with you guys. I really have not announced it anywhere yet, but I have been working very, very hard, and I have been writing a children's book. And I've actually finished the manuscript, so now I'm working on the illustrations. I'm not going to do every single illustration to completion because I've read that a lot of publishers like to sort of have a hand in that process. But I'm going to finish a couple of really nice ones and then send it off, send it around, and see if I can get traditionally published as a children's book illustrator and author. So that is also happening. Oh, hold on. I got a little kitty who wants to snuggle again. Okay, cutie. Luckily, she gives me a little meow and lets me know that she wants a snuggle. So that's good. Whoa! Alright, here we go. Alright, guys. Sorry about that. Alright, we gotta get you situated. Here, let's zoom out. Where are we? There we are. I'm just gonna stay. Okay. So yeah, that's another bit of exciting news. Now, I won't have that available and ready to share with you guys anytime soon. The children's book illustration and writing process takes years sometimes. That's why I hesitated to tell you. But I figure we're all friends. This YouTube channel is amazing. I've only had a couple of people throw some dislikes down, so I think we're all in a safe space here where I can talk to you about things. So yeah. Anyway, so there's that. And, you know, if people don't like hearing my babble, they can just mute me. Mute me all you like. Alright. So now these colors are starting to blend together and become one continuous gradient, which is excellent. That's exactly what I'm looking for. And this doesn't have to be finished right now, but I'm going to get it to the point where I'm pretty happy with the way it looks. And then, you know, touch up as I go, I'm sure. There's nothing wrong with doing it that way. So yeah, can you see? Yes, you can. Let's bring it in. Okay. So I'm doing pretty good on time. I'll probably maybe be able to finish this background stuff. Maybe. And the kitty is off of the lap again. She keeps seeing these birds out the window. She's so funny. And then she'll come back later when she's done watching the birds. It's okay, that's a little easier to color without her on my lap. Alright. So yeah, I do have one video that's downloading right now. Or not downloading, exporting right now. It's the Crayola. Now that is a time lapse. I've videoed it in time lapse, so I can't not have it in time lapse. So I'm very sorry for those haters of time lapse out there. I know many people have written in comments they don't like it, and I get it. But I like time lapse. I find it to be fun to watch. So I'm going to create those videos here and there. You can feel free to just not watch them. I'm going to be creating all sorts of videos on this channel. And that is because I feel like different videos on different days, and I feel like I should just make whatever I feel like making. So if you guys don't like time-lapse, that's totally fine, but just know that I will be making some of those. However, these background videos and these, I'm just going to do time-lapse for the videos where I'm not trying to actually show you like how I'm doing it. I'm just showing you what I'm doing, right? So that's sort of like the difference, right? Like for videos like this where I'm trying to actually demonstrate for you and teach you how to do it, they will be in real time and I will talk. I'll do like a color and check kind of thing. And then for the videos where I'm just experimenting or having fun and I just want to show you what I'm doing, those will be in time-lapse. So I have one of those, now I hope that it works out, but I think what I might do is actually either put no sound to it or just put a voiceover, and that way I can make sure that the sound turns out okay even after I've edited it. And you know, if these videos are easier as a live stream instead of as an edited video, that is just fine with me too. I do love editing. I don't do a whole lot of it in my videos. I just mostly edit out goofy things, like, you know, mostly my singing and chirping. But But I like putting the intro on the front and my logo and all that, so I do enjoy editing. But if I don't have a computer that will work with it, then I'm not gonna fuss. I'm just gonna do live streams and show you guys the real deal right on the spot. Why not? Okay, so we're about at eye level here. So I think I'm gonna start blending down into a deeper color. But before I do that, let me just bring this beautiful color on across, because here, I'll pull out so that you can see. So I'm about here, so all of this is this color. So I just have to richen it up to that level down here. So I'm gonna go over this way. Let's move this to the side. Sorry guys. So I'll be working down here. Right in here. So yeah, that's what else can I talk about? I don't know. Oh, I'm doing it, sorry. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for all this. So I have a couple of people who didn't like this pick for the page. And I'm sorry about that. I know that it sucks sometimes when you vote and then your vote doesn't get picked. But the good news is that when I'm done this page, there will be another one. Woohoo! And I tend to not like to work in the same book over and over again, so you'll see I'll jump around from book to book all the time. So if you don't like this illustrator, just hang tight, and we will pick another one, don't worry. I rather like Hannah's work though. I like doing illustrators' work that's very different from my own. I have a very realistic style. I don't draw in this way at all, but I think that's why I'm drawn to it, because it's something that is unique and different for me, and so I just feel I don't know, a curiosity about it. And whenever I color in her book or in Segerl Sogner by Emily Lindhall Oberg, I do feel like I'm pushing myself, because it's so different than the work that I do, but in a great way. And I feel like by pushing my boundaries with what I'm comfortable with, I'm really becoming better and better as I go. So that's really fun. Sometimes challenging yourself with something that you wouldn't normally do is actually just the right thing to do. That's part of the reason why I did the Crayola crayons thing too. Man, I hope that video works out okay. Just can't believe, at the end of this video, I'm going to show you, I recorded some of those videos processing, because they really literally took days. So at the end of this video, maybe I'll, oh no, it's live, I can't throw anything on the end of it. Well, anyway, maybe I'll just do a separate video about that. Quite a challenge though to get these things going. Now a couple of people have mentioned that they just edit right in their phone. I've never done that before, but I can give it a shot. See, I'm used to editing on a computer, but who cares what it is, right? It's just that my phone doesn't, I don't have a whole lot of space on it, so I delete my videos as soon as they're done because I upload them to Dropbox. So I just don't keep them on my phone for very long. So I'll just have to be quicker about editing. Because sometimes I can't, like I'll video something, but then I don't have the chance to edit for a couple of days or whatever, so then it just sits. But I like this live stream idea. I think it's a great solution for now because it still gets you guys the content and takes a lot of the technical fuss out of it. So for right now, I think this might be my method. I might just start live streaming all the time. And in which case, if I know that somebody else is live streaming, I will make my live stream private, so that way I'm not competing. That is the last thing I want to do. I'm not trying to compete or, you know, mow over any other channel. I love you guys. I watch all of you. So, please know that I'm not trying to take over the live streaming or something. So if there's somebody else live streaming, then what I'll do is I'll probably just make it private so that way nobody can join. Something like that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So that way it's almost as if it's just a regular video, but not. But I'm glad I figured out how to live stream on my phone, so now we can do this and not have to worry. Okay, let's just get these little nooks and crannies, little tiny ones. Alright. Bam. Okay, so you can see I've got now a nice strong blue going to about here. So now I'm going to start working in another color. So let's see here. Bring out my trusty little color chart. What is that one? That was weird. The live chat ended too. I mean, the live stream ended. Alright, well, hey, at least I noticed. Okay, so we were just right in the middle of picking a second color. So I'm going to go with PC 1001 Denim Blue. I'm going to go real light, real light pressure. This looks like a pretty dark color. I haven't used it yet except for swatching it. Yeah, it's really dark. That's okay. So I'm just going to barely even touch the page with this one. Basically, I'm just laying the pencil down on the page and just moving it, not even pressing. So be real gentle with this guy. And if that intimidates you and you want to pick a different color first and gradiate it down, and not use pressure, but instead the color, that's totally cool too. Just pick a lighter color. I'm just going straight in with this dark rich color because I'm going to actually layer the non-photo blue or the true blue over this guy at the end, and you'll see really will give it like a beautiful, very rich color. There's like a truck outside, that's what you're hearing. That's not me. I am not that good. I wish I was good at that sound effect. Oh, that's a new sound. Oh man. I don't know if you guys can hear this. There's like, what is going on out there? Oh, the oil truck is here. We have oil heating in my apartment, so I guess he's filling it up. That's good. We won't be cold tonight. Well, sorry about the noises, but I don't live in a vacuum, so that's what we get. Street noise. So I guess I'll chatty a little more about me. I don't really know what to talk about today. I'm kind of scattered. I've been doing a lot this week. But let's see. I live near Philadelphia. That is in the United States, near New York, sort of. I am very, very into politics, actually. I'm very passionate about certain things, and I hesitate to talk about politics on this channel because that's not really what this is about, but just whatever. I don't really like our president right now, at all. I didn't vote for him. So I've just been having a hard time watching what's happening right now every day in the news. But, so yeah, I'm kind of having some trouble there with that, and that's stressing me out, so that's probably why I love to color, because it makes me turn off the TV and the news and just chill out, and not think about all the damage he's doing in the world. So there's that, and then, let's see, I love to BMX. I have a boyfriend. We've been dating now since 2009, quite a long time. We both love BMXing, so we do that together. We usually do it on the weekend. And we usually just pick a skate park, and he is much more advanced than I am. And we just sort of ride together and have fun. It's a great way for us to get exercise. We don't go crazy. We're not trying, like, I do tricks, but I don't do a lot of crazy tricks, mostly because I'm an adult. I gotta work the next day. You know how it goes. But it's excellent exercise, and it's something that we love to do together. So, yep, there's that. It's a little weird thing you probably didn't know about me. And I do have some videos about that, but I'm not very good, so you probably don't want to watch them. But I love it. And that's okay. You don't have to be good at everything you do, right? As long as you love doing it, who cares? Who cares? And then, let's see, other than that, I guess, I draw every day. I don't know, I just love, I love animals. I like volunteering. I generally tend to volunteer at least once or twice a year. Usually around the holidays, but sometimes whenever. I grew up not very wealthy. I grew up in sort of a lower middle class family, single working mother. So I grew up feeling like I didn't have everything that all the cool kids did. I had to work when I was 14 years old. I believe that this taught me a good work ethic, though, so I'm grateful for that. But, yeah, I mean, if you grow up not having everything that your friends do, then when you do have the things that you need, right? Like I'm not wealthy. There's still room for improvement by a long stretch, but I can survive. I can buy food and pay my rent and take care of my little kitty, so I'm doing good. So since now I'm at a place where I feel very, very fortunate in my, I've worked hard my whole life, and now I feel like I can start giving back, and so that's what I've been doing. I have done murals in shelters. I've just volunteered, done like, walks and things like that, walk for the cures, that type of thing. Volunteer at soup kitchens and shelters a lot. I feel like by volunteering and giving back, we really do appreciate and are very grateful of the things that we do have and the people in our lives. And I know that may sound selfish, and it probably is, but I volunteer mostly because it makes me feel good about myself. It makes me feel good that I can help other people. It makes me feel good that I'm not in that situation. It makes me feel good that somebody could use my help, even if just a little bit. And at the end of the day, I end up meeting really nice people who also help out. And it's a good, I've never had a bad experience volunteering. I really haven't. And so that's something I'm also very passionate about. And so that's why you guys see me doing things for free all the time here for you. This is like my volunteer teaching time. I used to be an art teacher. I used to teach private lessons for individuals, one-on-one classes. And I loved it. I thought it was so much fun, but probably because of my own fault, never really paid a whole lot. I didn't charge people enough, really, is what it was for that type of lesson. So I didn't find it to be financially viable as a long-term career option, but I really did enjoy doing it. And so now I'm teaching for absolutely free. That's totally cool with me. I feel like art is for everybody. Everybody needs art. And I feel like sometimes art can be a little elitist. It can be expensive. You need to have tools and the time and the creative energy accessible to you to actually do it. So I feel like the privileged benefit more from art than the poor do, and unfortunately the poor are probably the ones who need the therapy and the creative expression the most. So I teach for free because I don't think that just those with money should know how to do it. So yeah, those are my like political beliefs and my philosophy. I know that many people will not agree with me, and that's totally fine. The nice thing about opinions is that everybody is entitled to their own. So yeah, you can go ahead and thumbs down my video if you hate my ideas or my views. That's fine. But yeah, I just feel like art really should be for everybody and not just for those who can afford it. And so that's why I volunteer and I donate murals and I do all sorts of things, because I feel like without people giving free art into the world, then it really is elitist. It's a luxury many people cannot afford. Sometimes when I volunteer and I see the little kids, and like there was one mural that I did in particular that I'm thinking of, and when I installed the mural, the little kids' faces, some of them had never seen a painting before. Like, that to me was like, what? You've never seen a painting? They were asking if they could touch it because it was bumpy, because I had done impasto techniques on the canvas, and they were just, oh, it was so amazing. And that really has stuck with me, that moment, such a touching moment where I realized that many children, especially underprivileged children, I mean, every kid loves art. Who doesn't love art, right? Like, when you're a little kid and you see pictures in a picture book, that's so cool. Like, you're like, oh, look at these drawings, and you might not recognize that you're consuming art at that age, right? Like, you're not thinking, ooh, I'm an artist, you're not, or art critic or whatever, you're not thinking of that. You're just looking at the story and you're consuming it and enjoying it. So, yeah, it's to know that there are children out there who don't have picture books that their parents read to them every night, and they don't have artwork on their walls. Like, at least my mom, of all the things that she did, she made sure that we had experiences where we could really be creative and be ourselves. And she really always made sure to have at least a box of crayons in the house and some printer paper for us to really have fun and color and but we weren't like coloring a coloring book, we were just drawing. But yeah, anyway, I'm rambling, I know, and I don't really know where this is even going, but I really feel strongly that every single child should have access to art, both viewing and making art. And so that's why I really love volunteering and doing those murals and shelters, because I feel like it's a start. And that's why I donated coloring books to a shelter too, because I feel like, again, like, why should only those who can afford a coloring book enjoy the benefits of the art therapy that comes from coloring? It just doesn't make any sense to me. So, and yeah, I know my book is for sale, and I know that there's money changing hands, but I do, that's just the reality of making something and putting it into the world. But I do really believe that, and that's why I give out free pages. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I give a new free page every month. And that's exactly why I know that there are people out there who can't afford, and they subsist completely on free coloring pages. So I give one away a month, and I will continue to do that. And that's why I do that. It all wraps up into that philosophy of mine that art is for everybody, not just for the special people who have lots of money and can afford it. Lucky them. But art should be for even the little kids who can't otherwise get to it. In some way or another, hopefully, they will have a way to enjoy. Yeah. So yeah, that's my spiel for today. My rant. Seems like you guys like my weird opinion videos, so that's why I'm taking a chance here, putting all this weird political stuff out there, but I know there's a chance you guys won't like what I have to say. That's okay too. And just don't go leaving any hate on my channel, please. I did not say anything particularly abrasive or horrible about anybody, even though I have choice words to say. So I expect that you guys will also respect. But yeah, I am having a tough time with this president, I'm not gonna lie. It is... especially the remarks that he made recently, I just don't know what to say about that. But that's okay. I just hope that the rest of the world understands and knows that not every American in the world believes those things or even likes that he said those things. Because in my mind, it's just wrong. And the repercussions of what he's doing is already being felt. But yeah, you guys, just so that you know, not all Americans are like him. In fact, many of us are decent, hardworking people who care about the planet and about the people who live in the planet. But unfortunately, just didn't work out. But the great thing about the world and about people is that usually everything tends to work itself out. So I have faith in the human race. I have faith that we will get through this and we will all come together again. I just know it will be all okay in the end. I believe that. There's going to be some sort of correction or some kind of way for us to get back on track. Okay. So as I get down closer to the bottom, obviously you guys have watched me layer up and use a little bit harder pressure. Mostly just layering though, just keep working it. So I'm just gonna keep going until it's done. Well, not the whole page. I'm gonna work on the background till it's done, and then we'll call it a day. And I thank you guys so much for. I've been reading the comments, and you guys are all so sweet and supportive. So thank you so much. Oh yeah, I do that without even thinking. Shoo. Alright, well, yep, the cat's out of the bag. So you guys, now you know what I've been editing out. There were some really pretty spectacular sound effects that I was editing out of one of the videos. It was the one where I was really frustrated. Yeah, apparently I was crashing an airplane or something, I don't know. In sound effects, not in real life. So, anyway, I will try to refrain if I can remember. Okay. So now I'm pressing fairly hard actually, not burnishing, just getting the color on the paper. But probably the closest to burnishing that background will get. Alright, so I hope that you're excited. The next episode will be quite different. I'm going to be working on the hair and the face, and so hopefully you will join me for the next episode. I have a little bit more background to do here. I'm just gonna really quick fill that in, and then we'll call it a day. Okay. I love this color, it's so nice. And now remember, we have a color of ultramarine, I believe, underneath this layer. So what's nice is those are now blending together and mixing. Yeah, this was ultramarine. So it's giving it like a purplier look. Than if I was just to put this down without it. Alright, there we go. Let's pull back and see what we got here. So I see a little bit. A couple little touch-up spots. Okay, so now that's pretty much meshed out. I will do another layer to mesh these two colors together. But overall, pretty happy with the way that this is going. So I hope that you enjoyed this background session with me, and I hope you'll join me the next time for the hair and the skin. Alright, thanks guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful, magical time coloring. Bye!